Hello everyone, I'm Shubhamkar Mule, and this project is a part of Construction Project Formulation and Appraisal Studio 1 of MCEM program at FT CEPT University, and my project is Planetarium and Exhibition Gallery. This project is a part of the Phase 2 development of Gujarat Science City. Gujarat Science City's main motto is edutainment, education plus entertainment. Some of the details as we can see over here. It's a greenfield type project. It comes under the tourism sector, and our main client is Gujarat Council of Science City. Talking about demand analysis, we studied the tourism footfall in each state in India, and among those, the top 10 were figured out, and Gujarat was one of them. And also within Gujarat, Ahmedabad is the highest tourist rated city as comparison to the other four ones. And Gujarat is also very famous for social and religious kind of tourism. Ahmedabad has been declared as a heritage city by UNESCO. It also houses two of the biggest space science research institutes, ISRO's Space Application Center and Physical Research Laboratory. Apart from that, we also conducted a survey online which asked basically about people who would like to visit the project, whether or not, and 91% were positive about that. Moreover, we also did the analysis of this project on based on certain parameters, while quality of project and the uniqueness of this project weighted very highly, and we did the weighted scoring, and the overall score came out to be 285. Then moving on to the SWOT analysis, in which the strengths were basically it's a very unique project and it has very good facilities around. Weaknesses being the weather of Ahmedabad and the improper maintenance of certain facilities in Science City. Opportunities being it will benefit the Gujarat's tourism sector and also inculcate the willingness of people in the science and technology domain. And also the threat being the current pandemic, of course. Well, we also did regression analysis and some of the technicalities over here, like the R square value and the Y equation. Ultimately, we forecasted the visitors at Gujarat Science City by 2025, and the growth percentage came out to be as follows 5.09%. Further on, we also did a location analysis within Ahmedabad where three sites were selected: Hebatpur, the parent site of Gujarat Science City, Nana Chiloda, and Godhavi. These sites were selected based on the Ahmedabad Urban Development Authority's master plans and their designated zones. Accordingly, we also did the analysis for the same parameters for location like accessibility, nearby facilities, market potential, and planning factors, further divided as follows. And the weighted scoring was done, and ultimately, Hebatpur, the current location, scored the highest. Then, talking about the environmental impact assessment, where the three most important kinds of factors, that is, ecological, physicochemical, and human interest factors, were listed out. And accordingly, we classified them further into environmental parameters. The green ones show a positive impact, red ones show a negative impact on the environment, and the white ones show no impact as such. Accordingly, the relative importance was given to these parameters, their degree of impact, and ultimately, as per the equation, the EIV value, environmental impact value, was figured out, which came out to be positive 3, which means that this project does not affect the environment around it in any negative way. Ultimately, stakeholder management, as we can see on the left side, all of the major stakeholders are designated over here, like central government agencies, state government agencies, etc. And on the right side in the table, as we can see, they have listed out very detailed. For the list that we had seen earlier, we have devised the three kinds of grids, mainly the power interest grid, the power influence grid, and the influence impact grid, and allocated the stakeholders as per the grids. And here we have defined each of the grids from PMI. And also further on, we studied the stakeholder engagement terminologies, as we can see that they have been divided phase-wise as per inception, planning, execution, handover, and O&M. And in each phase, all the stakeholders, what was their level of engagement, whether it was unaware, resistant, neutral, supportive, or leading, and which is the current level of engagement, and also the desired level of engagement which we thought. So this is how we have done it. In conclusion, we figured that for demand analysis, Gujarat has a high demand for tourism and education institutes and the right kind of infrastructure required for such a project. It has also been forecasted in terms of tourism footfall, so that's a very positive outlook as we know. For location, Ahmedabad is the best one, and also within Ahmedabad, the current location of Gujarat Science City would be ideal for this kind of a project since it deals with science as well. In terms of environmental impact assessment, as such, the value came out to be positive as we had seen earlier. Also, there have been certain negative factors that could be dealt with and mitigated in a proper measured manner. And also, ultimately, the stakeholders that we had seen, the main one being our client, Gujarat Council of Science City, and the Department of Science Technology, for Government of Gujarat. They both are the owner and financier respectively. They need to be managed at all times. And also the advisory firms, design agencies, the contractors also need to be managed accordingly. More importantly, the tourists, that is the users and the visitors and students, are our most important stakeholders since people will make this project successful. Thank you.